up with different people in the community just to talk about the good in Baltimore City. So Baltimore Love, if you have not seen that documentary, I strongly encourage you all to look at it. We are going to make that announcement near the end of the show when he gets here of what we have in store for you all. It's going to be amazing. One of the other things I wanted to just talk about was the Boys to Men Empowerment Seminar was phenomenal last month. And so with that said, we've decided, and this is Nadia Smith and myself, we've decided, along with our partners that came on, sponsors that came on, and they want to continue it as well. So we talked about it to make it as a tour. And our next site or our next stop will be at Mervo. I want to just give a shout out to Principal Craig Rivers. He's been very supportive in our endeavors to continue to empower our young boys out here, our young men, our young kings. So we're going to be having it next month, January, and we'll have a date and time in place once everything is confirmed. But I just wanted to say that is some great things. If you haven't seen that video or the pictures, please look at it. It's a lot of great things. So that was about 6 organizations that was a part of that first one we had, and we've had more people come aboard. So I'm truly excited, and I'm even more excited to even have the principal on board. So that's one thing. If you want to allow your school, church, organization, restaurant business to be the next stop for us to encourage and empower our men and our boys, because I think everyone was empowered from that seminar. I mean, I was even empowered. But if you want your facility, your organization, your school, your church to be the next stop, please reach out to us. One of the things I just also wanted to emphasize from that seminar was the men that inboxed me that said that they wanted to be a part, that they were encouraged. Like, that is really good to hear. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited also to even have some things for our young ladies, and that will be something that will be talked about soon. So a lot of great things in 2017. I know we're here at a high number for murder, the homicide rate, but I want you all to know that there are a lot of people putting in the work. So I'm truly thankful, and this is for Restoring the Village. I'm truly thankful for all of our partners, all of the individuals that are out here putting in the work. So thank you. I want to also this to be a interactive show. So please, if you are on here, I would love for you all to call in. Let us know what are your highlights of 2017. The number is 404-436-1277. Again, it's 404-436-1277. When I'm reflecting, I think about many organizations, but I want to emphasize one, and I hope nobody gets upset, but I want to emphasize one organization in general. Muhammad Mosque number 6 has been truly supportive to Restoring the Village. We were just on there, myself representing Restoring the Village on 88.9 to do, again, a recap of 2017 and our goals for 2018, our mission. Please just, I can't even say too much, but 2018, a lot of work is going to be put in, like additional work, more work, it's going to be right up the meters. It's going to be wonderful. I'm just, I'm trying to not say too much without saying it, but I want to thank them for all of their support that they've given Restoring the Village. And it's just for a lot of other organizations that have played a part and have made Restoring the Village such a household name. So thank you all for a wonderful year. Great things are coming in 2018. I want to also talk about and shout them out as well. Hopefully maybe they'll call, but the team. So you always see myself, but I'm kind of like, the mouthy one. I'm the one that's outspoken and doing all the outreach. But I want to just shout out my team that we for Restoring the Village. We have Monique Brooks. Monique Brooks is doing a lot of great things, research, connecting us with different organizations. So thank you, Monique, for continuing to be an asset to Restoring the Village. We have Kareem Proctor. He's doing some tremendous things with our youth and young adults. So we want to thank him for all of his hard work throughout this year. Kyle Berkeley is doing a lot for mental health, and our research is there and our support in that area. So I want to thank him. Latia Adams, or LA, she's going to get me, but I want to thank her for her support to Restoring the Village. Erica Jernigan, I hope I'm saying that, pronouncing it right. I'll get her last name all mixed up. But I want to thank her for her support and her stepping up to help with our administrative and our marketing. So a lot of great things. And also cannot forget my baby, my big sister, S. Monique. She has now has taken on that S. But S. Monique Smith Person, she helps in the area of all of our public safety, just inquiry for. Right now she's at the consent decree, so a lot of things she does, and then we come back in the group and we huddle. So I want to thank my team for a tremendous year in 2017. I know you probably don't hear too much, but behind the scenes they're doing some tremendous work, so we want to thank them for that. Let's see, I wrote down a few things. Let's see, I put this here. I also wanted to talk about one of the things that we're doing January. I'm trying to get the date, but I'll continue without it until I get there. And actually, I won't give it a date, but I want to talk about the Still in School school drive, should I say, Still in School drive. I want to talk about that. If anybody knows, they know that, beginning of the school year or right before school start, you have either your school drive, right? When school is starting. But I want to thank Kareem for knowing the need for our children, even throughout the school year. So Kareem he's leading this Still in School drive in a partnership with Restoring the Village. And he is looking for partners and sponsors to donate school supplies and anyone that can help in that area. So we're really excited to be able to give back to our youth, to be able to donate to their needs, and to be able to just be an assistant for it. So I'm really excited that we can help our babies out. So from now up until next month, I'll say, we're looking for different people to sponsor and help us out with donating school supplies for our young children. I think he's looking at elementary school, but information is on the flyer, and we're looking for I think it's 6 schools. I'm looking at the flyer now. So it's 6 schools that will be catered to. And he has 3 in Baltimore, in West Baltimore, and 3 in East Baltimore. So we have located 6 schools throughout the city, and we're looking for donations of school supplies to continue to have them be successful in their school year. So I'm really excited for the project that Kareem has going on, and we support him wholeheartedly. So I'm truly thankful for that. The other thing that we have as far as what Erica has going on, and this again is a partnership with Restoring the Village, but something that she's spearheading, and her vision is to give back to our youth as well. So a lot of great things when it comes to our youth. So I'm really excited about that. All of this information can be found on our website. I'm posting a lot. And if you have like events that you want to post on there, understand that you can just send it. I I prefer if it goes through email, but it's okay. So I'm getting messages all the time, like in inboxes. So I try my best to put it on our Restoring the Village project page. So please, be sure to look on there to see anything that's going on in the community. We have a lot that is going on, and we are truly excited. One of the other things we had was a family book club. What we're trying to do is, again, partnering up with them, but also supporting. So I was able to go out last week to support the family book club from the It Starts With Me, Be More. They're doing this every 2 weeks, I believe, and they're reading to our babies, and they're allowing them a platform to speak about how they're feeling. So last week I had the honor of hearing from one of our young scholars who has lost his father. And the things that they're talking about is something that I think is such a healing process to be able to write and express themselves. And it's about grief. One of the things in 2017 with 320 or 30 plus, I would think it's 330 plus homicides, we understand that, grief is a problem in our communities, and some are not getting assistance or help with that. So it's much more than just saying it's mental health, a mental illness, but to know that, that the children are going past and seeing this all over and over again. You might see the yellow tape, or they may see bottles, or different things that they're being exposed to, or they may have had a loss in their own. So in their home, there's an absence. So we want to make sure that we are supportive. And that's going to go into my next thing, which is the grief support group. Starting in January, I will be facilitating a grief support group, and it will be at Mervo. I'm really excited about it because it's something that this is just like my baby. I know that it helps when we talk about it. It does not help when you hold it in. So a lot of people have been giving me great feedback of what they're excited about it, and we are excited to even offer that. So I'm looking forward to having Kyle Berkeley, that's on our team, be a part of this. And I'm really, I believe that it's really needed in our community to talk about the things that we're going through. So a lot of great things. And I can't emphasize or take away from, the things that are going that's bad, but it's a lot of good things going on in the community. So I'm really excited about every step that we're taking to get there, every partnership, every level that we're trying to go at it. So if we know that there's a homicide, you have your people that can deal with that whole public safety, but then you have the ones that can deal with the mental illness. So we have to make sure we touch at every level to going forward. So I'm really, really excited about that. I think that was the door. So I think I will have our guests coming in, but I just wanted to just say that if there are things that are going on that you would like support in, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, because that's what we're all about. And that's exactly what Restoring the Village is about, supporting one another and being of assistance. So we do have our guests. I'm really excited. You actually can just come on over. I don't want to feel like I'm rambling. So he had me rambling for about 20. Hi, Devin. It's okay. We're gonna do this just like it is. Thank you for coming. Thank you for I know I told you last week, or maybe, I don't know, over the weekend, but I wanted to have you here because as I was talking about the end of year glance, great things are going on. I always say it, but you actually put together a documentary showing not only Crazy Angie talking about good, but everybody else was talking about what they loved in Baltimore, what they appreciated. And I know that has to give you some great insight just to hear from other people. So I wanted to just say thank you for coming on, and thank you for putting out that documentary where people can see it. Sometimes seeing and not seeing the good and hearing from people that are actually doing it, not just talking. Everybody you had was like great people. So I want to thank you for showing that to us in a documentary. So if you want, you can kind of introduce. I'm sorry, I had to put you on the put you on the spot, but we like limited with time. But I want to have you just introduce yourself, what you're about, and just your experience on putting together that documentary.
So I'm a filmmaker. I'm from Baltimore. The reason, so I went to school for filmmaking. I graduated from Cobham, but then I went to American University in DC for producing for film and video. I write a lot. Like I have a lot of scripts that I've completed, but I haven't really shot anything. But I've been wanting to do.
Whoa, that was good.
But I wanted to do a documentary about Baltimore. And what happened was, I was watching CNN, like doing one of the unarmed shootings, and the anchor was saying, the protest is bad, but it's not as bad as Baltimore. And that bothered me because I'm from here. So, and so I just wanted to do something to show the good and love in Baltimore. Because I feel like any city or most cities will have their problems, but I feel like there's a lot of great things happening here. And so I just wanted to highlight some of it.
Okay. I know I looked at a glimpse of it when you sent it to me originally, but then I looked at the entire thing yesterday from beginning to end, and I said, wow, he had everything. It was like a movie, but I mean, just everything, even with the news clip and like everything from beginning to end, and it all went just together so well. And it left me just feeling like we're going to keep doing this. Like it just pushes you up to say, let's keep going. Even when you feel like you're doing your work, but then you're like, why am I doing it? What am I doing this for? But to actually know there are others out there doing the same thing, that to me helped me in the documentary to keep to keep going forward. So I'm like really excited just for what someone else can get out of the documentary when they see it, or if they've already seen it. Love to hear the feedback. But I'm really so I guess with mine is how many people have you met with and interviewed
for that project?
Yes.
A lot.
I know, right?
I still have a lot of content that I didn't use.
I know.
And then I lost a lot of it too. So it was I had some great interviews that I lost.
I know you were hitting from summer.
Yeah, I had some people from.
Or prior to that.
I had some people from the Urban League. I had a young lady who has a food truck. But I lost so much.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going to do it again, right? We'll keep it going, right? But I just know that around August, and when I guess that's the time I met you.
Yeah, it was, right? It was
around August at the citywide prayer. So I'm just sitting here like, have you interviewed that? Because it's so, like, even with me connecting, it makes me feel really excited. Sometimes I take my ADHD medicine. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I get so excited where the adrenaline is there, especially when I see someone with that same energy. And everyone you had some positive, great energy in there. So what would you say would be your best take out of doing the documentary for yourself? You said it's your first.
Yeah, for me, just gave me more confidence.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's the main thing. It gave me a lot more confidence.
That's what I said. After looking at it for myself, I was like, man, I could do all things. It's like 2018, we getting ready to rock and roll. Like that's what I got out of it from looking at it. So
yeah, it gave me more confidence. So filmmaking, like I always had an ability to put stories together.
That was definitely.
But I never really took it seriously. Like I didn't really consider it to be a talent. I don't know. I just kind of play. I can do that. But the feedback that I've been getting is just I mean, it motivated me more to do more. And
I was gonna say, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, it definitely gave me a lot more confidence in my ability to put films together.
So can we talk about a little bit about what's going on next month?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are. We are going to make a nice announcement. I don't know how much he wants to put out there. I'm going to take his lead, but we were able to see. There you go. I don't have my charger. So I'm not going to look. Make sure y'all following us on radioonfire.com Facebook page, please. Radio on Fire Facebook page, that way you can see the entire view, because I got to come on. Or the website. Yes. So in case my phone died, go to radioonfire.com. So one of the things linked up with Devin, I mean, we've been hitting it. I'm like, hey, you talk to this person after this, right? And what happened is we wanted to do a collaborative effort of bringing the community together. So you did it on your, as far as the filmmaker, just bringing people together, but in one building is what we were talking about, right?
Right.
So we're trying to have a
we're gonna have a
movie screening.
We're gonna have a screening
or a documentary screening.
We're gonna have a screening, and we're gonna have just a meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to get as many people who were on the project.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to get as many people to show up as I can. But we're just gonna do a screening, and
so come out to Capitol Lounge. Is that all right to say? I'm just trying to see what can I say. So come on out to Capitol Lounge on January 6th. That's a Saturday. We're going to have more details. We're going to have a flyer and everything out. But I didn't want to make the full announcement until he came on. But that's just how it works with for Restoring the Village, period. I connect with someone, and I want to know how can we make this a long-term relationship. So he wasn't leaving me just after interviewing me, and I'm really grateful because he has a great spirit, and he is a phenomenal filmmaker. I mean, that was a story. That was a movie, and that was a 30-minute one. We're trying to make it extend that thing, because you got so much meat in this community and so many great people. So I'm about to say November. January the 6th, Capitol Lounge, that's on Pennsylvania Avenue. We're going to be doing a movie screening of the Baltimore Love. If you were in the documentary or even interviewed or even a part of Restoring the Village as one of our partners, we're asking you to come on out. It's a mingle, so we're going to do, I don't say happy hour, but we're going to do a meet and greet, and we're going to do the screening of the Baltimore Love. Tell everybody in the community to come out, because that's what we're trying to do. Show that love, show that support, show that have that feel of bringing the village together. Everybody that was in there, when he said, I just interviewed such and such, I'm like, man, that's a good person, So we want to have that same feel. We want to have an additional project, like continue to show that good. And I'm really excited. How do you feel about it? You're excited? We send messages all the time, like, okay, how do you feel about this?
I'm actually working on the next project already.
All right, Lord. Yeah.
Hopefully
He's worse than me, y'all.
I may have a trailer when we do the meet and greet for the next project.
Look, we're going to have a trailer, y'all. I am like, when I saw, first I said, was I in that documentary? How did I look? Like, I'm always, how did I look in there? Don't put me in it. But even a part he had for me saying, I was like, it went right into the person before and after. Like, I think just keep doing it, because you're doing a phenomenal job. So Capitol Lounge, January the 6th, we're calling out the entire city. I mean, everybody come out and just have a meet and greet with us and see this documentary together. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have entertainers. Yeah, we ain't talking about all that. We're gonna have performances. We're gonna have everybody there. Food, drinks.
I'm working on performances now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really excited. Hopefully we have a flyer out before the new year, but I'm really, really, really excited about it. And even just to give people a platform to perform and to show their Baltimore love, because sometimes it may not be a speaker, but your performance. I have some people in mind, so I'm gonna be reaching out. But yeah, I'm really, really excited. So what other? Well, you said you was working on another project. I was gonna say, what other projects do you have going forward?
The next project that I'm doing is, I don't necessarily have a title yet for it, but I want it to be something healing. I want people to be able to, because I don't really want to say too much because I don't have it.
I know. It's okay.
But yeah, my next project is definitely something that I want to do for our community, something that would be kind of therapeutic and healing.
Well, your Baltimore love was therapeutic. I'm telling you. If somebody didn't leave looking at that video and like either keep going or pick up something they dropped, like as far as like if they stopped a project, pick it back up. Like keep going. That's the encouragement. That's healing too. I know with for Restoring the Village, I always say all the time, like it has been a revived organization. And it took for me to, one, know all that was going on. I think that was kind of the push. Like, why isn't no one doing it? And it was not that they weren't, but it was that it was worth, and it was really needed for me to get back to what I was doing. And so sometimes, people can get discouraged when they've done, just like a person work, or if you work 365 days, you don't take a vacation. Like I just told my supervisor, I'm taking a vacation next week and don't bother me. But if you don't take a vacation, or if you don't take a break, yes, that can happen. But then you have your motivational speakers or your documentary, and it gives encouragement. So I'm really excited about working with you on this project.
I just wanted to, because other than the CNN thing, I was out of town and was talking to somebody, and they were like, well, where you from? And I said, Baltimore. And they was like, oh, The Wire, all the riots. And that's like a normal reaction for so many people.
I get it all the time at work.
But there's so many other things happening. So my thing is, if people out of town are reacting that way, people from here, some people may also feel that way. So that's why I was trying to get a good mixture of people like, from good different backgrounds and age ranges and all of that. But
I think you did a great job. And even those that have lived here, again, if you're staying in one area and that's all you see, then it's not even say to move. I'm just saying we need a balance. So if all you hear and see is the negative, it can just sink in.
And then even doing research, most of the documentaries that I saw online were all negative. And they were all done by people who weren't from Baltimore. So maybe they just didn't understand, or maybe they just saw an opportunity to continue to beat down the city or whatever. I don't know. But I just wanted to do something that was different, something
uplifting,
that really shows what it really goes on in Baltimore. Like, there's definitely crime, but there's crime everywhere.
Yes.
And then I
had someone say, "I'm moving."
Right, people say that all the time. Like, and I wanted to kind of explain the reasoning for some of the crime, but I didn't want to preach to anybody. So,
well, I looked at it and I was like, yes, Devin for president. When I looked, I was like, yes, he hit every area. Like you hit it. You talked about the jail. You talked about everything. You talk about the systematic, just every single thing, the drugs been put into like everything. So I'm looking at it and I'm just like, so it's kind of crazy that you say that, because there are people, I was just telling Dime K about it. There are people out here that they don't want to, they don't want to talk about, I was just telling him how I feel. They don't want to talk about the things that are going on. Or I don't even say like holding our politicians accountable. It's not even about being rude to them. It's about, one, if you're on my page sometime, I sit there and say, let's not keep voting because it's a popular name. Is that person fit for that position? You have some people have been in a position for several terms. What has changed? Because sometimes people get in a position, they get comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
You know, if I'm at my job, if I've been there in my job since 98, yeah. So it's like, if you don't get me in another position, or you just have to you got to change with it. And,
right, yeah.
and what I've seen is either that people are comfortable, they get comfortable, and then they kind of lax. It's not that fire when they were trying to get elected.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I feel like that's kind of that's a normal thing though. Like,
it is normal. But then you have to go with the era. So if it's changed, you can't have someone that's like, oh, no offense to anyone, I'm just putting numbers because y'all be in my inbox. But you can't have somebody like 70 years old. This is like the 20th term, just being sarcastic. And they don't know how it is in 2018 to connect with our youth.
Right, yeah.
Because they still stuck in the 60s, you know, and it doesn't mean it can't be an effective leader. But then when a person is not trying to be open to having the youth involved, or even getting the community involved. So I've seen all kind of areas. I'm like, I will come to someone like, they don't want to talk to me because they don't know me. But did you even hear what came out of my mouth? Were you even willing to hear it? So anybody that's not willing to even be workable, I run from them. And I try to sit there and say, why aren't you trying to be approachable? Or, you know, listening to your community. And I hear people that are not really engaging with that community. It's just a name that now, at this moment, the popular name. And most people, when they vote, they just go with what they're familiar with.
That's true.
Most times, because they don't know the other ones. So I'm not going to, they don't care that we're stuck in like, hey, we're going to be in 4 more years with this mess.
Right, yeah.
So I say all that to say, not to be on my politicians, but I say this to say that you hit every area in just that little bit of time in that documentary. So it's good to hear, and it needs to be heard, and our young people will listen to someone like you.
Thank you. I hope so.
They will. We're going to make sure they do hear. So we're on the show talking about a glance. We'll have a glance of 2017, but we also have our guest here with us, filmmaker Devin Walker. He did a documentary called Baltimore Love. If you have not seen it, please look at it. Also, just in case someone just came on, January the 6th is a Saturday. We're going to be at Capitol Lounge doing a screening of the documentary. And we're going to be doing a meet and greet. So it's a collaboration with filmmaker Devin Walker and Restoring the Village Project. So I'm really excited. And it's for every single body in the community, in the city. Come on out, everybody. I don't care. State's Attorney, Marilyn Mosley. I'm calling people out. We need y'all there because this is us. Baltimore is everybody. So if you all wanted to call in, the number is 404-436-1277. Again, it's 404-436-1277. If you had any questions, if you saw the documentary and had some feedback for Devin, please call in. We're really excited about everything that is going on. See y'all all on my live. Make sure y'all are viewing us on radioonfire.com. I'm getting ready to close it out, so please look at us on radioonfire.com. A lot of wonderful things going on. What would you say would be your best highlight of 2017? I don't want to talk about no bad. What is your best highlight?
For me, it would be finishing this project.
Oh. It was it's a milestone. That was really good, right? So I would say just getting back to and I would say my project, just starting the project of the organization back up and getting back out there in those streets. I'm so used to doing like behind the scene, and this here has been really pushing me out there. I don't know if it's like for you, but that stepping out on faith is something else. How do you feel like even connecting with different individuals that you've never met, or is this normal?
That's definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm more not necessarily shy, but kind of reserved. Like I'm laid back 90% of the time.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And so that was different. Like it was, especially doing that project, because I really had to like speak to people.
Yes, yes.
I remember Land of Kush.
Mm-hmm.
I was out. I was trying to get some B-roll, and I was like, let me stop in here because I had their food and I like it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped in and asked for the owner, and he came out. We talked for a little bit, and then we shot the interview. Like that wasn't even scheduled.
Oh, it looked like it was.
A lot of the stuff was scheduled, but that one wasn't scheduled at all.
Well, he did a great job. I've never been there, but I have to go out there and support him.
Yeah, so that worked out. But for me, I guess becoming more comfortable and again more confident in different things. Like I did an interview before and it was horrible.
No.
But I don't know. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with.
Well, your documentary didn't show that, so that's a good thing. I know. I want to also, just because I have you here, I want to also just thank you, because I would say that would probably be my highlight of 2017. Let's see. Without getting off, I think I did good. I think you know where I'm about to go. So not far from here, my husband was murdered, and you went with me to do the documentary. I had never been there before. Right. I had never been to the site. In fact, we were asking where it was. We was asking the people out there, where was the garage or whatever. So I would say that was my greatest highlight of 2017. And that, again, is stepping out of my comfort zone. That, again, is going forward with that's kind of like closing another chapter, right? And so I want to thank you, because even though you say reserve, like, you made me feel comfortable. And I'm sure everybody you interviewed, you gave confidence in. So please know that you're an asset to our community. So that was very much needed. I think I did pretty good. I'm glad I didn't cry or anything, but when I saw the documentary, I was like, oh my gosh, you did a phenomenal job with that as well. So thank you. Yeah. So oh Lord, my phone died. So I wanted to just say that if there's anything that we, can do as far as restoring the village, or myself going forward with any of your projects, please let us know. I'm sure you won't let me get away. So, is there any other thing that you would like to talk about that you have going on, or?
No, right now I'm trying to get credit for the film. I'm trying to get so I'm working on that. It seems to be working out pretty well. Okay. So, but other than that, I'm trying to really develop the next project. Mm-hmm. And
I'm working actually with someone who's doing a book. I won't say his name or the book, but every time I turn around, I'm like, really? And he's always like asking me questions. So it's good to notice that you're a resource in the community, and so are you. But it's a lot. I keep saying it's so many great things. I don't know if your project's gonna go in 2018 or not, but his will be coming out in 2018. But there's a lot of great individuals out here, not only just trying to expose the bad, but you're trying to show the good that's going on. And that is something to be thankful for. I'm working on a few projects, should I say, or working with some individuals where they're doing some things to bring unity to the city. So I'll definitely keep you abreast about that, so you could be a part or filming it. Definitely overwhelmingly good. I just did the interview on WEAA 88.9, and it was just amazing. I believe that this is the shift that God has put me into, is the solution part. And I say that to say I was on a part 2 that's actually going to be aired New Year's Eve. So make sure y'all tune in to 88.9. We pre-recorded it on Sunday. And the segment that I was on was the solution part. And not only just the roundtable discussion, but actually being a part of a team of individuals that are trying to come together to bring some solutions. And most of them are already doing the work, but when you come together and link up with others, it's like a greater impact. So that's something that you showed in the documentary as well, the impact of people coming together. And even though they were individual, like your film showed a unified project.
Thank you.
Yes. He's like, wow. But I'm serious. Like, that's what it shows. So I'm really like excited about that. Do you have anybody in mind? You don't have to say the name if you don't want, but you have anybody in mind as far as performances for the sixth? This is the sixth.
I have,
because I don't have much order.
I have a couple of people in mind.
Okay, good. So I'm really excited. If anybody wants to come out to perform, to spoken word or whatever, please, let us know, and we'll make sure that you're a part of this this project that we're going to do, or event, should I say? Because I love spoken word. And if we can incorporate that whole Baltimore love feel, like we want y'all there. So make sure y'all come on out there. So I have a few things I'm gonna do before I take a break, but break is needed. So that's what I'm looking forward to as 2017 winds down. And I guess this was one of the questions I had to say. How does it make you? You said it was encouraging, but how did it make you feel to put the project together in the midst of hearing about homicide after homicide after homicide?
You know what? With that, so my thing is, you're always going to hear more negative than good, right? And so, of course, I'm aware of what's going on, but I didn't want to give attention to it.
Good.
Obviously, it's happening. It's a problem, but I didn't want to focus on it. Not that, eventually things will get better, but that just because if had I sat around and thought about man, this 300 some murders and
that's what I say. How did you do that? Because
it would be draining. So
draining. Yes.
So my thing was I really just wanted to focus on good, and I feel like love outweighs anything else. So that's really what I wanted to put my energy in, and then hopefully, well, I know you would, but the next person will do the same, and the next person will do the same, and it'll just catch on. But if I didn't do this project and no one else did it, all we would have are negative stories. And then we would believe these stories, and then we would continue to do the things that we would do or behave the way that people say that we behave. But if we show something different.
That's part of why I enjoy having the radio show, because every show that I have is a positive, topic. We try to focus on the good. Everybody we have coming in is talking about the good. So when you don't hear anything ratchet, I might get ratchet one of these Tuesdays. But once that's all you see and hear, that's what you gravitate to. But I like the fact that, the platform for Restoring the Village Project show is the show that good, ongoing. Anybody is welcome to come on, good or bad. I still think that it's healthy, like you just said, having a platform to be positive and to talk about the things that are going on. Don't hold that in, So even with the event, the fact that you even want to have performances there and give people an avenue and give them a voice, that's a lot when they know that they're a part of this project. So
right, I feel like that catches on. If you talk about negative things all day long, that's going to catch on. If you do positive things, I feel like it's the same.
Yeah.
So.
Now listen to this. How come? I think we talked about this last week or the weekend before. Why do you think that if it was a fight or something going on in the video, it would have just went viral. Yet something love and positive, you know, people don't really support it as much. I don't say support it, but you know what I mean. Like negative things can go to World Star, you know, and it's like, how do you, like, I think it was last week Wesley said, you know, he said it was a video going around and somebody's getting stomped, you know, and that hit, but that went viral, you know, and people had their phone out. So we got to change that. And we're gonna. I
think with situations like that, people do what they're used to and what they're used to seeing, and what sometimes makes them feel a little better about themselves. And so, if all you have to make you feel better about yourself is something negative, then it really doesn't matter. It could have been somebody getting stomped. It could have been like when that old man was shot on Facebook Live. Like, people were reposting the video, but if it's something negative going on with you and it's not me, and I can look at it and point to it, to some people that makes them feel a little better about themselves, because they may not, their self-esteem may be low, or they may not have anything that they're aware of going on positive in their life. They may have a lot of things happening positive in their life, but they might not be able to identify it.
Right.
And so if all you see is negativity, then you're gonna have to figure out a way to make that work for you.
Right. Yeah, I was, when we were talking about it last week, I was like, you're right. You know, I'll be telling people, hey, here's the good and the hood.
Because even with my project, right? Like, I was watching it on my phone, and right after it went off, I think I had it on autoplay or something. I don't know what video it was, but something came on right afterwards and was like, because we got 100 guns and we're going to shoot people. And I was like, wow. But the thing is, I didn't see anything else following behind it. They were like, yeah, because this is going on. This is great. This is happening. And if more people do projects like that, or more people just start showing it, because there's so many people that's doing a lot of great things. Like, you're doing your thing, and then everybody that was on the project is doing something great. And so, like, even with hashtag my Be More, like, there, I think there's like 8,000 or more great images of Baltimore, and so eventually those things will catch on.
Right.
So I try not to worry so much about a negativity, but it's kind of like retweeting and looking for the fight videos. To me, I kind of look at it like you're in elementary school and it's like the class clown, right? As long as everybody's laughing at him, he's going to continue to do it. He's going to continue to do it, right? But once people stop laughing and like, yo, what are you, like, you tripping? That person will calm down and get themselves together. So it's the same thing with these fight videos or whatever. Like, I hate seeing fight videos, especially when there's kids, because I have kids, so that bothers me. But I feel like that's what it is. Like, so the more people start showing love and spreading love, the more it'll catch on.
Yeah, that's exactly like when we were when we're out, I'm doing my little live video, I just tell people, hey, you know, this is, first of all, some days I could be at 5 places in one day, but I'll show my face and I'll just show people, like, throughout the city, there are great things going on, and I'm showing it and people are smiling. Right. And it's not so much to say, well, where's the media? You know, we need to control, you know, that narrative, and we need to make sure our presence is seen in the community. So continue doing what you love doing too. Like, I love helping people. I love promoting people. I love supporting people. Like, that's me. That's my spirit. And for the longest time, I will help somebody before I help myself, you know. And now it's like you got to balance, but you know, I would do that. And of course, you don't want nobody to take advantage. Like, I can't do something, and then it's like, when I ask, when I need, I don't see you, you know. But by heart, that's me. That's my heart. And so when you're doing something and it's genuinely in your spirit and in your heart to do, you can just do it and stay up late. it don't bother you. I know there's times we was out late at night, right? And it's like something may have came and I'm like, hey, did you interview? Did you see this person? And it's just like, because I know how much it meant to you, and it may have came off on my brain, but just to know that you're doing it just to make a difference, and then to actually see the finished product. So just to see the end of the year 2017 and everything that has happened, like that's good encouragement to keep going, keep fighting. People say, I had one person, I won't say names, I'll be getting in trouble, but I had one person say, basically, good luck, because there's nothing that can happen out of Baltimore. Like, I'm wasting my time, basically, right? And it's like, but that's my passion, and I feel internally, I feel like my husband's life wasn't in vain. And I lost my husband, I lost a brother-in-law, I lost cousins, a host of family and friends, and that's a story for a lot of us out here. Right. So what are you doing with it? And even if you don't experience that, like, I think everybody should feel like, how can I make a difference? No matter what. You might not be able to be on the front line, but what can you do? I post so much, like, everybody can find something to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. So I'm excited about January, just period, because we have a few things going on. So I would actually be speaking, one of the guest speakers at an event for our youth conference. And so I'm actually going to have two youth seminar conferences that's going to go on. But I really feel like catching our young people will really, that's where we need to start. Making sure that we have a great example for them, that we're setting a great example, should I say. A lot of them, like, you didn't quite say it, but basically learned behavior. So we have to make sure that, not so much of saying change their mindset, but we have to make sure that we set an example for them. We show them good. Like, half of them listen to music, call them, women, all kind of names, and you don't think they're going to pick it up, right. So to see something as positive in your documentary or what others are doing, that's what we need to keep pushing in our communities, because the community are getting already enough negativity. You said in the video, the drugs, the school system, you spoke everything. So now it's like, not so much of like turning that eye and not addressing it, because you have advocates out here pushing every day for people. So we want to emphasize that, things are happening, but we also want to just not make it seem like, people in the community are just doing it just because, We have a school system that have failed our children. Let's say that. But it doesn't mean that people are not in the office. I really like the new CEO. She's doing a lot of great work in the community and really connecting with the community. And that's something you would need to do to make a difference. I feel like you have to have a connection with the community.
Right.
So, yeah. Where did you grow up in Baltimore?
I did.
You did? Okay. Just making sure. Like, I was like, you just gotta, have a connection here. But I definitely think it's important when you have that connection or understanding. You're not like from the outside and looking in.
Yeah.
And you said basically a lot of the videos, people didn't even live here, or
yeah, a lot of videos that I saw, they didn't live here.
Yeah.
They was just like, look at these neighborhoods.
Without looking at why.
Right.
Yeah. And we were talking about accountability. So I'm not saying it's all on the politicians and the mayor. I'm not saying that. I think it's it's everybody has to play a part. And if that takes you pulling your pants up around your children, if that takes for you not cursing around them, people out here cursing around their children. Get the over here. And I'm like, the baby's only 3 years old. Like, we have to do better. But that's all you hear. And that's kind of like the culture of the city. Because, like, when people hear me, they don't think I'm from the city. how I carry myself, And I'm like, huh? So you get that a lot?
I do.
Oh, yeah. So I sit there and my daughter, she has the same. She used to say, she used to get not say upset, but she would question like, why we don't have a corner store in the neighborhoods? Like, we're still in the city, but we don't have a corner store, a liquor store, right on the corners. But that's what all, most of her peers see that. So she felt like she's being cheated in a sense because she didn't have it. And like she had she's in Bowie and she had a party and she's coming here. And I'm like, no, you need to stay there because they get fascinated by the negativity because that's all they're getting poured into the communities.
Right.
And then you said you have children. So how do you, I guess, give them that insight of the positive in a world that's full of so much negative? You're doing a great job. I look at your videos just when you're, out with your children, and phenomenal father.
Thank you. I honestly don't know. I just most of the time I don't even know what I'm doing.
Well, you're doing a good job. You gotta we have to make sure we continue to protect, not say shelter, but protect our children, but protect their minds. And some of this, most of it, I don't say most, I'll say half and half. A lot of it comes from, the home. And sometimes the homes are broken. And even if it's like a one family home, or, the mom or father, whomever, like me, my father had raised me. And it's like, it doesn't mean that you can't succeed with that. And it doesn't mean that you can't succeed, co-parent. I don't know what your life is, but co-parents and single parent, like we have to just take that whole statistics out. It doesn't matter. It's all about making sure your children, and that goes back to that village, because my father may have had custody of me, but my grandparents were pouring into me, with all kind of greatness. Knowing to own a home and everything, like everything, because we don't learn that anymore. Now, is there anything that came out of the documentary that stood out that anyone said?
It was so much.
I know so much. I know so much.
It was a lot because everybody said something great. Mm-hmm. It was like some people said multiple things that I didn't even get to use, but everybody said a lot of great things, and everybody's doing a lot of great things.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you able to connect with everyone to tell them about the January 6th?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good.
I mean, I can't guarantee that everybody will be there.
I mean, no. I'm just saying to reach out to them, because I know you met with a lot of people.
Yeah, I'll definitely reach out to everybody.
Yeah. And then going into that healing, I think this 2018 just been that year of reviving and healing, and just pushing that, because a lot of people are hurting. When we talk about the murders, we're not even talking about the families that have been affected. We're not even talking about the victims that are recuperating or trying to fight for their life. Like, so many people have been affected by the violence here in Baltimore. So having the documentary has been very helpful in that healing process alone. So yes, I'm really excited. And you know what? I may even think about having that at our grief support. Never know. Make sure you get it copyrighted and all that. So now you have a channel,
right,
on YouTube. Did you just start that, right?
I did.
Yeah, because we were talking about it. So I guess if we can talk about how can people get in contact with you for any future projects, or give that
Facebook,
feedback.
Instagram,
so you gotta tell
email. So my email is Devin M. Walker. Yeah, Devin M. Walker 5@gmail. My Instagram is Devin Walker Senior.
Oh, Lord.
Or at Devin Walker
Look
Senior.
at him.
I really don't know my Facebook.
Oh, you have your phone there. We gotta make sure that we did the marketing and make sure that they know how to contact you.
Yeah, I really don't know what my Facebook is. I guess it's just Devin Walker. I don't know, but I use Instagram more than Facebook.
Oh, yeah. I need to do better. So What would be your, we can start now, but what would be your New Year's resolution? I'm gonna use Instagram a little bit more in the new year.
I'm getting back in the gym.
You getting back in the gym? I need to get back in the gym too. Yeah.
I gotta do that. I gotta get back in the gym.
All right. So this has been a wonderful year, and we're gonna do even better going into the new year. I think he's confirming. Or did you have it correct? You had it right?
It's just Devin Walker.
Devin Walker.
I'm sure not the only Devin Walker. So.
Make sure I actually will tag him in this, but that will be on Facebook. I don't know Instagram because I need to do better in my Instagram world. But now they're doing
use Twitter.
Oh my gosh! Listen, I asked my daughter what is she on now because she's trying to follow up with them, and she was like Twitter, but I think she's lying to me. Do the young people even use Twitter?
I don't think so.
I think she just said it to shut me up.
Well, I think I'm gonna learn how to use it because I've had it for.
I have an account.
I had it for a while. I just never.
Yeah.
Maybe I can ask Trump how to.
Oh yeah, we're gonna ask Trump
how to use Twitter.
Trump. Yeah, he tweets everything. But I think they have like Snapchat or something. I don't know.
I don't even have Snapchat.
So we're going to make sure that going into the new year 2018, we're going to have every way possible to connect to our communities, not just social media. So we're going to try going forward doing e-blast. I don't know how often I can promise, but Restoring the Village will try to do some e-blast going forward for anybody that's still doing, relying on email. We're still getting out there hitting the community, so we're definitely the boots on the ground. And we are connecting, doing a lot of workshops. We're going to have a lot of things going on. I will not say the workshops because I have people watch me and they listen to what I say, and then you hear or you see someone do something and you're like, let me not speak before I do it. But a lot of workshops to empower our communities is what you can look forward to, or should I say more workshops that are going to be going on, more events that will bring the communities together. That's what you can look forward to. And Devin's going to be working on projects, more films going forward. I know, Diamond K, we're going to put you in this conversation. What is your New Year's resolution? Look. What are some things that people can look forward to in the next year for Ready on Fire?
New Year's resolutions for me, I like to do better with work-life balance.
Yeah.
That's probably something big I want to work on.
Yeah. Is there anything great going on? Well, there's a lot of great things going on Ready on Fire, but anything that we have going on? We have a lot of.
We're launching an app on Android and Apple on the 1st January. So that's something big coming down the pipe.
All right. I'm excited.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we won't say too much.
Yeah. So we're
app is good. App is good.
Open house when we finish with everything.
All right. Y'all hear that? Open house?
Yeah, so those are like the main two things.
I'm excited. I like open houses. I like meet and greets. And as much as I tell him I'm shy, I really like people. So I'm definitely I'm reserved though.
Yeah.
That was his keyword. What you have to say? You don't think I am? I'm really shy. I tell him every week how shy I am, but he doesn't believe me. So I want to thank you for coming on the show. I don't even know the time, but I want to thank you for coming on the show. I want people to know that there are a lot of great things going on in the community, in the city. We have, again, the consent decree is going on until 8 or 9. They're at, my phone has died, but I'll share the flyer when I get in the car. The school down the street, Lord Jesus. So they're going to be there. This is their last day. So if it's something that you want to get more information about the consent decree, please go out. So we try to not only just do events, but any kind of resources or things that empower our communities. We're asking you to come out. We have some things going on that we're going to be posting about the school board meetings. We want to see more parents and more community members and residents involved in going to school board meetings, holding people accountable. There's some schools up for debate to close. So we want to make sure that we continue to be on top of the things that are going on in our communities and not at the last minute. Again, everything that I talked about in the beginning, as far as the Boys to Men seminar, that's going to be going on in November as well. Another youth empowerment conference is going to be going on, but a lot of great things. So please make sure you all follow us and continue to follow us. And I'm excited, Diamond K, super excited about this app. I love apps. So I'm excited about this Radio on Fire app. Yeah. And I'm excited about the open house. I'm excited about going forward in 2018 with my Radio on Fire family. I'm excited about a lot of great things going forward. And let me just say, because he told me Sunday, Minister Carlos Muhammad is going to be on the show, and I just have to give him a date. And he's really excited about the partnership that we have. So I'm really excited about that.
And you're excited about it too.
I'm excited about everything.
Talk about it every week. So
I'm excited about everything. I'm excited about everything. So
Dave, shout out your IG again.
It's Devin Walker Sr.
All right.
See, he don't even. He got to make sure.
At Devin Walker Sr.
At Devin Walker Sr. on IG at Devin Walker Sr.
Right.
You got to make sure that's right.
And
you got to
link. The documentary link is in my bio on.
Oh yes, also. Yes. Did you see it?
His bio?
The documentary.
I have not.
Yeah, the link is in my bio.
Yeah.
You have to look at it.
I am going to watch it. Yeah, I follow him.
Okay. Yeah, so again, every great thing that's going on in the city, you can follow us on Restoring the Village Project on Facebook. We are on Instagram, RTV Project 1, and that is also on Twitter. I've not tweeted or whatever they call it. I've not done anything on Twitter, but I will get that in the new year. But I guess the best thing would be Restoring the Village Project on Facebook. And we do have an email is rtvproject1@gmail.com. So we're looking forward to a wonderful new year in 2018. I want everyone to have a great evening. God bless you.